is one of the most demeaning and human devaluing of life that man has ever employed on mankind. Slavery devalues life. Slavery low self-esteem. It damages positive thinking. It fosters negative emotions. It destroys families. It destroys upward mobility. All the values and virtues that is used to promote encouragement and reinforcement is destroyed by the enslaving of man. This is what happens when the black man, or should I say, this is what has happened when the black family was enslaved for some 419, when 20 black captive landed at Point Comfort, Virginia, that ushered in the era of slavery in America. So now some 400 years of slavery that taught the black man that we were less than a man. 400 years of slavery taught the black man that the constitution of family did not matter. 400 years of slavery taught us that our culture did not matter. 400 years taught us that our religion did matter. It taught us that our name did not matter. In fact, everything that we valued, everything that we believed, everything that we practiced for some 400 years did not matter, and taught us that we were less important even in our own selves. 400 years of slavery taught us that we was in a new world where the things that we valued, the things that we believed, and the things that we practiced just did not matter. And now, because effects of slavery, we are introduced to a new sick era, a new sick tack, which seeks to rewrite the darkness and try to shine a positive light on a so-called advantages of slavery. We are now being led to believe that through slavery, black people benefited. It is now being reported that because of slavery, black people learned certain crafts that have assisted them in slavery or after slavery. Well, let me just be clear. Black people are able to persevere despite any barrier. Black people have persevered despite slavery. We have persevered despite being introduced to drugs and guns into our communities. We have persevered despite voter suppression. We have persevered despite being taught a one sided and slanted history that did not include our history. No, black people did not benefit from slavery. Black people benefited despite slavery. There can be and there will always be many other attempts to make certain people feel good and be able to digest the dark and keep America divided. It would only serve to keep their future generations in ignorance, only serve to distort and pervert history, and it would only serve to show just how far man will go to hold on to power and to maintain power. We must always push back on efforts to rewrite history, called justice just, injustice just, put us to sleep, and act as though being informed is a bad thing. We must always push back against those things. They taught us that being woke is a bad thing, as though it is against uh, the law to know your history. They say that their children should not be subjected to a history that will make them feel bad about themselves. Well, let me suggest to you, for some 400 years, your children saw you enslave black people. For some 400 years, your children saw you beat black people. For 400 years, your children saw you lynch black people. For 400 years, your children saw you rape black people, devastate their lives. For 400 years, your children saw you do evil things, wicked things to black people. Children have seen the evil acts of your history for some 400 years, and now you're concerned about what they will think? Let me suggest this.